Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 7 math. You can find all the lessons on ablessstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 7 math, and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter fractions and mixed numbers. The lessons we're going to cover today are compare and order fractions, compare fractions word problems, convert between mixed numbers and improper fractions, and compare mixed numbers and improper fractions. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. So here I am on grade 7 math. Let's just start with the lesson that is compare and order fractions. Which fraction is less, 1 by 4 or 1 by 2? You need to compare the fractions. They are 1 by 4 and 1 by 2. So the easiest way to compare the fraction is just make a model, right? Like here you have 1 out of 4, like the circle has 4 portions. One of them is colored. And the other circle has 2 portions and one of them is colored. So the one that has the more portion colored is greater than the other one. So 1 by 2, like 1 by 4 is less than 1 by 2 because the more portion colored on 1 by 2. Let's just start with the test question. Which fraction is less, 1 by 4 and 1 by 2? That's the one we just did. So 1 by 4 is less than 1 by 2. 1 by 4 is less than 1 by 2. Which fraction is greater, 1 out of 10 or 10 out of 11? 1 out of 11 means only one portion is colored out of 11. And 10 out of 11 means 10 of them are colored out of 11. Option number 2 is the correct option because most of the portion is colored. That is 10 out of 11. Option number 2 is the correct option. Which fraction is less? 2 out of 7 or 3 out of 7? So 2 out of 7 is less than 3 out of 7. Option number 1 is the correct option. Which fraction is greater? 1 by 3 and 2 by 3. So which is the correct option? So 2 by 3 is greater than 1 by 3 because in 2 by 3 we have two portion colored out of 3. So option number 2 is the correct option. Which fraction is greater? 1 out of 11 and 1 out of 3. 1 out of 11 and 1 out of 3. So 1 by 3 is greater. 3 means you have three big portions, right? But 1 out of 11 means you have 11 small portions. So 1 out of 3 is greater than 1 out of 11. Option number 2 is the correct option. Which fraction is less? 2 out of 11 or 2 out of 5? Two out of 11 is less than 2 by 5. Option number 1 is the correct option. Which fraction is less? 1 by 9 is less than 4 by 9. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is compare fractions word problems. Seven by eight of the. Okay, I'm going to start with the test questions. Brooke owned 9 by 10 of the gas stations in Clinton. Chris 3 by 4 of the gas stations. Who owns a greater fraction of gas stations in her area? So, which is the correct option? That is Brooke. 9 by 10 is greater than 3 by 4. The correct option is Brooke. 9 by 10 is greater than 3 by 4. Option number 1 is the correct option. So, Brooke is greater than Kristen. Last week, Eddie's dealership sold 1 by third of its pickup trucks across town. Dayton Autos are sold 1 by 7 of its pickup trucks. Which business sold a greater fraction of its pickup trucks? So, which is the correct option? Which business sold a greater fraction of its pickup trucks? So, which fraction is greater, 1/3 or 1/7? That is 1/3. So, AD's dealership is greater than Dayton. So, option number 1 is the correct option. Gavin's baseball team has won 8 of the 9 of its games, while Clara's baseball team has won 1/6 of its games. So, whose team has won a greater fraction of its games? So, which is the correct option, 8 of out of 9 or 1 out of 6? 8 out of 9 is greater than 1 out of 6. So Gavin's team is greater than Clara's team. Option number 1 is the correct option. 7-8 by 8 of the local best science bowl contestants were competing from the first time, while 1/5 of the regional science bowl contestants were competing for the first time. Which science bowl had a greater fraction of first time contestants? So, which is the correct option? 7 by 8 is greater than 1 by 5, so 7 by 8 is for local science, so correct option. By dinner time, Bonnie had finished 1/6 of the questions from her history homework. Her friend Jennifer had finished 8 or 9 of the questions from her homework, who had finished a greater fraction of her questions. Greater 8 by 9 is greater. Jennifer is greater. Option number 1 is the correct option. During study hall, Clara finished 1/3 of the problems from her math homework. Mickey did 4 by 7 of the problems from her math homework. Who did a greater fractions for her math problems? 4 by 7 is greater than 1 by 3. So Miki has the greater fraction of math problems, right? Okay, you can by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is convert between mixed numbers and improper fractions. Right? 8 whole 1 by 2 in improper fractions. So 8 whole. So you have 8 first, right? Because the denominator is 2. So let's just multiply the fraction by 2. So it'll make it fraction as 8 over 1. Multiply it by 2 because the denominator is 2. 8 times 2 is 16 over 2. So we have 16 by 2 and we already have 1 by 2. So that is 17 by 2. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Write 2 whole 5 by 6 as improper fraction. So the denominator is 6. Write 2, like 2 is the whole number, right? So write 2 as 2 over 1 and multiply it by this because the denominator is 6. That would be 2 times 6 is 12 over 6. So now you can write 2 as 12 over 6 plus 5 over 6. So 12 plus 5 is 17 over 6. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 17 over 6. That is 17 out of 6. Option number 2 is the correct option. Write 8 whole 1 by 2 as an improper fraction. Eight over 1 times 2, that is 8 times 2 is 16 over 2. So the whole number is 16 over 2 like whole number part and plus 1 by 2. So that equals 17 over 2. That is 17 over 2. Option number. One is the correct option, that is 17 over 2. Write 3 by 5 as an improper fraction. So which is the correct option? Three whole 1 by 5. So we can write the whole number part as 3 over 1. Let's just multiply it by the 5. 3 times 5 is 15 over 5. So 1 by 5 plus 15 over 5 makes 16 over 5. Option number 2 is the correct option, that is 16 over 5. That is 16 by 5. Option number 2 is the correct option. Write 7 whole 2 by 3 as an improper fraction. So the whole number is 7. 7 times 3 divided by 1 times 3. 7 times 3 is 21 over 3. 21 over 3 plus 2 over equals 23 over 3. 1 is the correct option, that is 23 over 3. Option number 1 is the correct option. So 1 whole 6 by 7 equals, yes, 13 by 7 it is. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. Next lesson is compare mixed numbers and improper fractions. Five whole 6 and 5 whole 3 by 6. Just look at their whole number part. That is 5, right? Just you need to compare 1 by 6 and 3 by 6. So 1 by 6 are 1 by 6 is less than 3 by 6. So 5 whole 1 by 6 is less than 5 whole 3 by 6. Let's just start with the test questions. Eight whole 1 by 6 and 8 whole 4 by 5. So the whole number part is 8 and the fractional part is 1 by 6. So 4 over 5 is greater than 1 by 6. So 8 whole 4 over 5 is, no, you can write like 8 whole by 6 is less than 8 whole 4 by 5. That is 8 whole 1 by 6 is less than 8 whole 4 by 5. Which number is less than 7 whole 1 by 8? So just look at their whole number parts. 7 whole 1 by 8, they both are exactly equal. 7 whole 2 by 7, the only fraction that is less than 7 whole 1 by 8 is 6 whole 3 by 8. Option number 3 is the correct option. Which sign makes the statement true? 6 whole 7 over 8 and 6 whole 1 by 3. So 6 whole 7 over 8 is greater than 6 whole 1 by 3. Option number 2 is the correct option. Which sign makes the statement true? 8 whole 1 by 2 and 10 whole 1 by 2. So obviously then 8 whole 1 by 2 is less than 10 whole 1 by 2. 6 whole 3 by 8 is greater than 6 whole 1 by 8. Greater it is. Which numbers are greater than 1 whole 5 by 6? So which is the correct option? So which numbers are greater than 1 whole 5 by 6? They are option number 1, 2 whole 1 by 6 and 2 whole 4 by 5. It is. 9 whole 4 by 5 is less than 9 whole 8 by 10. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we are working on grade 7 math. The chapter we are working on is fractions and mixed numbers. The lessons we have covered today are compare fractions, problems, compare between mixed numbers and improper fractions, compare mixed numbers and improper fractions. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lessons, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to you, or either you can write them down in chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.